So by the end of this webinar, you'll be able to understand, excuse me, agree and disagree questions. So plan your essay. So we look at a simple structure for you. So some nice linking expressions to develop your essay. And also we'll look at giving an opposing view and a counter argument. So remember, you don't always have to agree with the question. So one thing you don't want to be worrying about when you're doing the writing is writing an essay that you think the examiner wants to read. So the examiner's not that interested. They're only giving you a rating on how you've responded to the question using your English language skills. Okay. So there is our question. So what's the first thing we have to do? There's our question. What do we need to do first? So what do we need to do first? Okay, yeah, read it. Mohammed, okay, keywords. So read the question. Yeah, that's a good point there. You have to, what type of questioning it is, Rudvik. Yeah, so that's a good point. We need to identify each part. And then, as some of you already mentioned, we need to underline the keywords. So what are the keywords in that question? So what would you say are the keywords in that question? Yeah, improvement, environment, government, individuals, differences. Well, some people are saying you have to give both sides of the argument, not necessarily so, because you've got three basic opinions. So you can agree, disagree, and you can be partly, you can be in the middle, but you can also strongly agree or strongly disagree. That's perfectly okay. And you'll see as we go through the slides how we develop that. Okay, so let's have a look. Individuals, nothing. Improve the environment. Governments, large companies, make a difference. Agree, disagree. Okay. So we need to decide on what our opinion is going to be. So you must have an opinion, otherwise you're not going to be able to write an essay. So let's have a look. So the first opinion is you could agree, and then you could disagree. So it depends on the individuals. So who agrees with this? Anyone agree? George agrees. Ali strongly disagrees. Okay, agree, agree, agree. Disagree, Shadi. Yeah, Nadia. Disagree. Min disagrees, partly. Now, always be careful with partly, because a lot of students think it's easier to write an essay with partly agree, partly disagree, but that's not always the case. So if you agree, tell me why you agree. And if you disagree, tell me why you disagree. Okay? So put some ideas in the box. If you agree, put some ideas in the box. If you disagree, put some ideas in the box for me also. Okay, influence, power, capability. Yeah. So, Sky, each person can do good. Yeah. A single individual can make a lot of difference. Yeah. Okay, good. Wow, there's some fast typers here. Individuals have limited knowledge, okay. Individual actions can contribute a lot, yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good ideas. Well done. So, here's some ideas. So some of you have mentioned these. A single person is responsible for only a tiny amount of pollution. Okay. Governments and companies, they can quickly make huge changes. Okay, so disagree. So if a lot of people act together, then it can have a huge impact. Also, individual actions can influence governments and corporations. I'm sure everyone's seen the news these days with a lot of young children or teenagers marching for environmental protection. So, okay. So we will choose disagree. So we're going to actually choose disagree here. So simple structure. Introduction. So what are we going to do in the introduction? So what will we do to the question? Yeah, exactly. Chin, yeah. Tan, yeah. So we're going to rephrase that. And then we're going to have what? An important sentence. Yeah, good. Tung, yeah, good. San, yeah, good. Okay, so there it is, piece of statement. So we're going to have two body paragraphs. So we need what? Yeah. Topic sentence. Then we'll explain and then give what? What will we give? Yeah, example. Good. Make concessions, and what will we do to the concession? Not declare. Well, we're going to counter that. So you'll see how we do that in a minute. And then conclusion. What are we going to do with the main points in the opinion? Yeah, summarize. Good. Riaz, yeah. Nugent, yeah, good. So we'll summarize the main points. Then what will we do? Final opinion, yeah, kind of, yeah, opinion, or we could say final comment on the topic. Yeah, so that's your basic structure there. So just have a look at that. So remember, you can view these webinars back on our YouTube channel, and I will give you the links for those at the end. I have put some links in the beginning of the chat box, so you can scroll to the beginning also, but the links are on the last slide, so you can review this again if you want. Okay, so there's our simple structure. So there is our question. So we're going to paraphrase it and give our thesis statement, give an opinion. Okay. So we'll paraphrase the lead in. So we can change the voice. Anything else we can do? Yeah, well done, Dimitri. Thank you for that. So the links are right at the beginning of the chat box. Okay, so let's have a look. It is what? Yeah, good, tongue. Yeah, there's a number of words which would fit in. So widely. It is often. Yeah. Okay, suggestive. And then it's commonly. Okay, good. Everyone's on the right track. So it's commonly argued. So we'll use the top one. It's widely believed that. So improve. So think of another word for that. So we'll use some synonyms. Tongue, okay, yeah. So something, the environment, so change, improve. Well, you can say protecting the environment is, so can do nothing. So it says individuals can do nothing. So see if you can transform can do nothing. Yukari, yeah, good. Yeah. Okay, beyond the power of, yeah. So some of you got similar phrases there. Yukari, yeah. Individuals. So what can we transform that? Prakash, yeah. So let's have a look at word form here. Yeah, citizens. Good. Individual citizens. And that. So what about word order? Maze, I would just say people rather than human beings. Yeah, large organizations. Good. Shadi, that looked good, but it went past me very quick there. So corporations. So we've got synonym and then word order, governments. Okay. Alone, I gave you that one. My mouse is too sensitive. Okay. Are able to, so make a difference. So what can you transform that into? Okay, yeah. Yukari, pretty good, yeah. Tung. Okay, good. Take effective action. Take effective action on this issue. Now, here we're going to have our thesis statement. So there's our opinion, okay. So let's have a look at our thesis statement. So we'll use a linking expression here. So as I mentioned earlier, you can strongly disagree. So I strongly disagree with this point of view, as I believe that. Now, individual actions can contribute to positive environmental change or positive environment change, while persuading governments and companies to protect the natural world. Now, I'm going to try and annotate this because it's important. So if you look here, then the reader can see very clearly what's coming in the essay. Yeah. It's really, really clear to the reader what they're going to read there. All right. So it's important that you have a good thesis statement. So just have a look through. I'll leave that there for you to just look at it for a couple of seconds. And then we'll move on to our body paragraphs, all right? So we've got a nice range of vocabulary there. We've transformed the question. Then we've got a nice thesis statement. Okay, so body paragraphs. So there's our opinion. Up here, you'll see the band score at the end once you can see the full essay. So your first paragraph, think of how are you going to open it? What are you going to use? Think of an opening phrase for your first paragraph. What do you think you might use? Sequencing phrase. Sky, yeah. Well, be careful there, me phone, because remember, we're disagreeing in both paragraphs. So on one hand, on the other, you would be showing a contrast, so you wouldn't want to use that. Okay, so first of all, yeah, good. Individuals can create positive environmental change. Just going to move the chat box. Oops. Okay. By working together as a. So think about how we would work together. Okay. As a whole, yeah. Group, yeah. Lin, yeah, good. Baha, good. Very good. So, community. So we'll explain this. This is because, all right, the effect of small actions quickly add up, yeah. The effects of many small actions add up. And then we'll give an example. So for example, yeah, Nadu, yeah, for instance, if each person, so what can we put in the back, in the blank, sorry, in the gap? You can, yeah, good. Think almost. So think of your word form, Sky. Okay, so chose to walk or take the bus instead of driving for 1 day a week. The reduction in air pollution. So what's going to go in the gap there? Nu, yeah, good. Sachib, good. Chang, good. Kit, okay. Jackie, yeah, okay. Would be huge. Okay. Now, we're going to make a concession and counter it here. So While it is true that one person acting alone cannot make much, so what would go in the gap there? Tung, yeah. Vanishka, yeah. Good. Hiral, yeah, that'd work as well. Sophia, good. Difference. Many individuals taking the same actions can have a. So what would we put in there? Huge, okay. Similar word. Yukari, yeah, that'd work. A dramatic positive impact, okay? So let's have a look. So we've got good range of linking words. First of all, this is because, for example, while it is true. Now have a look at our word forms. So we've got modals. Yeah. Okay, and then we've got an if. And then vocabulary. Positive environmental change. So environmental change, collocation. Yeah, quickly add up. Dramatic positive effect. So a good range of vocabulary there. So just take a few seconds to have a look at that. You'll see the whole essay at the end. Okay. Tongue, yeah, that'll also work. So remember, there's a number of different words that you're going to be able to use. So we are just giving examples, but some words, there's a number of different words that would fill in the gaps. Okay, let's have a look at our next one. So now you're going to add another point. Remember, we're just disagreeing. So we're not showing the other side. We're just disagreeing. So how are you going to begin your paragraph? Yeah, me, yeah. Neither, yeah. Me, yeah. Either, yeah. Good. Yep. Union, yeah, good. Okay, so we use furthermore. The actions of individuals can also influence governments and corporations. So we'll explain. Due to the fact that people have, okay, what are we going to put in the gap there? Oops, don't know what happened there. Okay. Okay, I'll put it in. Power. Okay. So people have power both as citizens and consumers. So we'll give an example. Okay, for instance, yeah, me, that's good. So we had, for example, in the previous, now we've got, for instance. They can organize social media what? Social media, oops. So what do we call it? Okay. Samira, yeah, good. Campaigns, yeah, good. Very good. Okay. Oops. And now someone's already mentioned it. It's gone now, but so what could we do with certain products? Someone mentioned it there. We can what? So if you choose not to buy certain products, you do what? Someone mentioned it there, I just saw it. Dar, yeah. We can boycott. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Good, good, good. Which are something for the environment. So, which are, so if you boycott products, they are what for the environment? Detrimental, all right. Hui, yeah. Okay. There we go. Bad for the environment. There's no question that governments and large companies must play a yeah, Sefa, that would work. Yukari, yeah. Jackie, that would work, but you would need and before that rather than a. Okay. San, that would also work. So large companies must play a role in protecting the natural world. It is clear that individuals and communities can put pressure on these to act. So what are we going to put in the gap there? So individuals and communities can put pressure on these to act. So what's going to go in that gap there? Now it looks like we may have frozen on the chat box, but all of a sudden it'll probably all come through. So just give me a sec. Oops. Okay. So organization. Ooh, I've gone quick. So I think the internet dropped there for a second. Yeah, organization. Yeah, good, 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 good. And everyone has that pretty much. Okay, just a second. Yeah, it looks like we've got a slight issue with the internet. Okay, so look at our linking words. So furthermore, we're adding additional ideas. So we're going to use furthermore, okay? Due to the fact that, for instance, which there's no question that, it is clear that, okay? So good, some people have got some good ideas there, yeah. San, you're correct. I don't know why that is happening, but let's wait and see. Okay, verb forms can also can organize. Oops. Let's have a look. Hopefully you can still hear me. Can put pressure on. Okay. And then vocabulary. So boycott certain products. Good phrase. Bad for the environment. So play a role. So again, collocations, boycott products. Yeah. Play a role. Right, conclusion. So we'll summarize. So what phrase are you going to use to begin your last paragraph? So it's already on the slide actually. So a number of phrases, but we'll use in conclusion. Okay. Just a sec. So in conclusion, people can protect the environment. Which will also, whoops. We've got some pausing on the internet today. Just a second, guys. Okay. Okay. So if you look at this, you can see how you can rephrase your introduction really. Yeah. So positive on governance. So what's going to go in the gap there? Yeah. Good. Yeah. Now, final comment. In my opinion, everyone has a responsibility to so what are we going to put in there? Yeah, you done, yeah, good, good, good. a number of those words would work, guys, yeah. So care for the environment. Now you notice there, don't introduce any new ideas. It's really important that your ideas in your conclusion are basically what you put in your essay. So don't introduce any new ideas. So as an examiner, I would quite often see that someone will put some new ideas in their conclusion. So make sure all of your ideas go back to the body, nothing new. Okay. Yeah, to summarize in conclusion, so I mean, really, I would just use in conclusion, that's all you need to use, really. Right, so let's have a look. There's the essay in full. So don't start writing straight away. So make sure you have a plan, okay, when you're writing. Very important. And then you don't have to count your words. Use the official IELTS answer paper. You can download this off the internet if you go on any British Council website. And then make sure you have time at the end to proofread. It's important. I wouldn't use in a nutshell. It's not very formal. Okay, so be careful of using that. But make sure you proofread and then be familiar with a range of topics. So, okay. Now, if you look, we'll look at some questions in a minute, but if you look on our website, IELTS, online IELTS test.com, if you look there, there's a lot of IELTS task 2s, task 1s, you can check those out. Now, these links here, we have our premium services, which are speaking and writing evaluation. Now, if you are wondering what kind of score you're going to get, then you can be evaluated by one of our former IELTS examiners, could be myself or someone else. They can give you a mock speaking test and evaluate your writing just to see what kind of score you're going to get. There's a link for up and coming webinars. I'm sure you probably already know that. That's our IELTS online test. And then again, you can see our listening and reading videos. We've got our YouTube channel and Facebook group. Now, if you want those links, now, I'm not going to try and copy and paste them because every time I touch the chat box, we get a bit of a delay. So if you go to the beginning of the chat box, I've actually copied and posted those links for you. So just scroll to the beginning of the chat box if you can, and then you'll see I've posted those links for you, or you can copy them off there, okay? Now remember, if you go to the YouTube channel, then obviously you'd be able to get the links to everything else as well, okay? So you'd be able to review the slides, Ruja, if you go to the YouTube channel, okay? So now I'm going to have a look at some questions. I just need to wait for the bar to come down. So, Yoga Sharon, it depends really on whether you're a fast writer or not. If you're fast at typing, then, you know, the computer-based test is fine. Yeah. So if you're not good at typing, then I would just stick to the paper-based exam. Yeah. So you can do error correction. You'll remember you're giving a pencil and an eraser, so you can edit. So don't worry about that. All right, I'm just going to have a look at a few questions in the chat box. Prakesh says, I've taken the IELTS preparation class and want to know the strategies, how to brainstorm for ideas. Really simple, Prakesh. Brainstorm is just thinking, thinking, thinking. So one way you can do that is with a mind map. So you can create a mind map to help you to develop your ideas. That's one way. Okay. Abbas, draft or direct. They always make a plan, Abbas. Always make a plan. Don't just start writing. So you wouldn't just get in a car and drive somewhere without knowing where you were going first. You would have to have a plan of your trip. So you'd probably have a map, although you'd probably use sat nav nowadays, but you'd still program it. Okay. Let's have a look. TT, I'm taking this set CET exam for paragraphs. Would the line space suffice? Yeah, line space and indentation is fine, and as long as it's clear, TT, all right? Yes, Mohammed, that's what we did. So you probably put that on early. So yeah, we paraphrased the question. Yeah. Good question, Parrot Mo. Always do your task 2 first. Always do your task 2 first. It counts for 2/3 of your marks. So if you don't finish your task 2, you've got a big problem. Yeah, task 1 is only 1/3 of your marks. So even if you don't finish your task 1, if you've got an overview on there, then you can still get a good score. Okay, so always begin with your task 2. Tanim, is it fine if we go a little bit off topic? No, because there has to be a clear progression. That means clear topic sentences and clear controlling ideas. Okay, so if you drift off topic, then you're becoming incoherent. So strictly on topic, create good topic sentences. So for example, if I said there are 2 main differences between the university systems in the UK and Germany. So the main idea, the university systems in the UK and Germany, controlling idea is 2 main differences. So you would have to write about the 2 main differences. So make sure you have clear topic sentences, and remember there's 2 parts, main topic and the controlling idea or controlling ideas. Well, Anonymous says, is the introduction a little bit too long? That was for the essay that we did. There's no real, that you don't want something that's going to be 10 lines long, but 2 or 3 sentences is perfectly fine. Yeah. Ida, partially agree or disagree, is our mark going to, no, it wouldn't be reduced. No, as long as you make sure you write those, both you are partly and you're not just writing about one side. Okay. Okay. So Vasu, yeah, go to the YouTube channel, you'll be able to see it again. No, band score would be a 9. No errors in grammar or lexis. It's been suitably extended. Coherence is good. There's a good range of transition signals. Definitely a 9. Does an essay have the limit of amount of words? Well, that one did there. That one was 259. Yeah. So, Banshika, there are webinars on listening and reading on the YouTube channel. So if you check that out, you'll be able to see some of those. Okay. Sansan, you can Google academic collocation list and academic word list. If you Google those, you'll be able to get a list of collocations and academic words. Anonymous, yes, I am drinking tea. So I always get quite a dry throat because obviously I've been teaching classes before I do the webinar. So I always have a cup of tea handy in case I get a dry throat. Shachib. Yeah, you should really be natural. It's easy for the examiner to see a memorized template because what tends to happen is a lot of students go to schools where they're teaching a memorized template or memorized phrases. So I would avoid using those, okay? Typo errors, Bahar. It depends. It's not really that, but it's, you have to look at the band descriptors. If you're looking at a 7, then it would be frequent error-free sentences. So that would be for grammar and lexis. Yeah, then it goes up to the majority of sentences are error-free. If you have a look on the internet, you can download the public band descriptors, and you'll see if you look at band 6 and band 7. Yeah, but a lot of that is to the discretion of the examiner and also how it affects communication when it's being read. Yeah. And Rita, well, if you're adding additional ideas, so Rita is asking about transition signals, so you can get lots of lists on the internet. So for adding additional ideas and showing opposite ideas, so I would just Google transition signals, and usually you'll find a list of the ones you can use to show an opposite opinion, adding extra information, yeah, result, and things like that. Trang, yeah, go to the YouTube site and you'll be able to see it. Jacob, no, the introductions are not always the same. It depends on what the question is, really. So you can have a look through some of our videos on YouTube. Yeah, there will be more listening and reading coming up, Vanshika, yeah. Anonymous, yeah, I would go on to IELTS online tests. So there's lots of information on our website and practice tests. So lots of free information on there. So I would go on there. Vanshika, if question asked to write 200 words, so maximum, how many words essay? Well, it's 250. There is no maximum. So it's only recommended that you write 250 words, remember. So you're probably going to write 260, 280. If you're good at writing, you might be even writing 300. Yeah, but remember, you're limited by time. So you're not likely to go much over 300, I wouldn't have thought. Yeah. Zuhaib. So I would say physically it should only take you 10 minutes or so to write 150 words for task 1. Physically take. So if you're talking about 300, then you're looking at 20, 25 minutes. So that means 5 minutes to put a plan together. Yeah, let's say 25, a little bit more to write your essay. And then I would, you know, have some time at the end to proofread. Okay. Why is so Stephen, why is the replay only available for 30 days on the IoT main page? Not you. You would have to contact the office, Stephen. Yeah. Okay. Min, I'm not in China now. I came back to the UK 2015, December the 1st, 2015. So no, but I do have lots of friends that are affected by it. Luckily, no one so far has caught it. 1 plus. If you get a topic that you don't have any entitlement, like relating to history. Now, what I would do is go and become familiar with topics that you don't know. Okay, so have a look at the topics. So it could be social issues, could be about capital punishment, health issues, it could be about sports, could be about many different things. So you'll probably find that you're going to have more vocabulary for some topics than others. So you need to improve the ones that you don't have the vocabulary for. Balavida, you don't need bullet points. Yeah. So think about it. If you're writing, you wouldn't use bullet points. Okay. So, well, you've got Rita, which essays need to give an opinion, which are not? Well, you've got discuss both sides and give your opinion, discuss both sides without an opinion, advantages, disadvantages, problem, cause, solution. Yeah. Gabrielle, just have a question regarding speaking. Having obtained an 8.5 in the said area, one of the strategies to hit a 9. Does it involve using a, well, 8.5, you already got 2 9s or 3 9s there, so you're very close. Basically, Gabrielle, you're almost as good as a native speaker. You're only minor slips, yeah, if you got an 8.5. I can tell you in all my years as an examiner, yeah, I rarely gave, only on a few occasions would there be a 9 because there would be minor slips. Yeah, there were some, but I mean, basically 8.5 is basically native level speaking. That's a very high level. So well done you. Let's have a look. So if you have any more questions, guys, put them in the Q&A box because it's easier for me. Kaushik, if you look at the YouTube channel, you'll see some of our other webinars. Yeah, or look at on IELTS online tests and look at what other webinars are coming up for some other tips. Jackie, you want, I would say, 1, 2 examples per paragraph, depending on what you're talking about. So if you notice there, we had 2, so 2s are always good to go for. Sachi, many of my friends took the IELTS test and were stuck at 6.57. They said they used templates provided on the internet. I'm not sure how this affected. It will have affected their scores because the examiners would realize their templates because they're probably using lots of memorized phrases in there. So that's why I would avoid using them. So it makes sense that if a lot of schools are teaching the same thing and thousands of students or hundreds of thousands of students are using the same materials, you know, the examiners see the same things over and over again. When I was examining in China, I would see the same memorized phrases over and over again. So then they're not even counted in the word count. I wouldn't say it's compulsory to do that, but it's a good idea. It shows a high level of writing ability. Sahel, vocabulary. So look at collocations, like I mentioned earlier. So Google academic collocation list, academic word list, and then, you know, have a look at the topic and then have a look at what words you can use. Okay. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, Vanshika, we also have speaking webinars, so just keep an eye out for the up and coming webinars and also check out the old webinars. If you go to the YouTube site, you can see some of those. Pashu, if you wrote 3 examples and 3 ideas, That's a lot in one body paragraph, so you may well have gone off topic. So without seeing it, it would be difficult past you, but you may well have gone off topic. So hey, the mark distribution is a third for task 1, 1/3 task 1, 2/3 task 2. Okay. Anonymous, how can you check the essays? Any experts can help. Well, we've got links there for our premium services, so you can have a former examiner have a look at your essay or essays, and they can give you an approximate band score. Yeah. So that's one thing you can do. So what you don't want to do is get into a cycle of continuously taking the test. So if you got a 5.5 or 6 and you need a 7, give yourself enough time to prepare. So maybe get someone to look at your writing and get someone to do a mock test with you so they can give you some feedback and point you in the right direction to improve. Yeah, because what happens is a lot of students get into a cycle of just keep taking the test. I'm going to improve, I'm going to improve. You know, if you want to go from a 6 to a 7, it's a lot more difficult than it is to go from a 6 to 7 than it is from a 5 to a 6, for example. All right. You can write, Balavidya, you can write on the question booklet if you're doing the paper version of the test. You will get some paper if you're doing the computer-based test. Okay. IDA, well, I would say that when I've seen essays, it says, looked at some websites and recommend to choose one side or another rather than partially agree, disagree. I think what happens is students think it's easier to write a partially agree or disagree, but maybe they miss one part out. That's what I would see often when I was giving a rating in the marking room. Yeah, they hadn't fully covered the topic. Okay. All right. Bahar, no, it's not fixed. It's just recommended. So you don't want to be under 250 words, but anything over, yeah, anything over is fine. But obviously you're limited with time. You don't want to be writing, yeah, 350 words because you won't be able to manage it in the time frame. How much time do you think it's necessary for passing from, well, remember there's no pass, you just get a score. So to go from 5.5 to a 7. So I would say you'd need quite a while to do that. You know, you want to be studying on a regular basis, you know, at least probably 100 hours of study. Yeah. Okay. Anonymous, I think I've answered that with regarding both sides. Okay. Zahib, is it true that test as country of, no, it shouldn't really impact the marks. So when I was in Beijing, for example, there we had examiners from everywhere, Africa, the Netherlands, Australia, New Zealand, the UK. So it shouldn't matter. Okay, guys. Yeah. Hope you've found this useful. Stay tuned for the next webinar. So check our website and see what is coming up next. And look forward to seeing you soon. Hope you've had a good session today and you can put those tips into practice. Bye for now, guys.